Hi ladies, I'm just gonna jump right into it here today. So are you tired of trying to make law of attraction work in your dating life? Are you sick of being told that you need to raise your vibration or work really hard to manifest the right partner? Or are you just literally feeling like you keep attracting bad relationship partners to you? Let me know if this is you and you can relate to this. Give me a heart, give me a like, let me know in the comments. Today I'm going to be busting this myth that we are attracting bad partners into our lives. That's not what's actually going on here. And I'm going to share my own personal story about going into law of attraction teachings and how it really affected me. And it was not in a positive way. And then I'm going to talk to you about what's actually going on when we keep repeating these cycles of bad relationships. So before I go into that, I want to just introduce myself in case anyone is new to me here. My name is Lindsay O'Brien, and I help amazing women like all of you here in this group to release the subconscious blocks they have to finding real love. Okay, so let's get into it. Who here has dove into law of attraction teachings or has been in spiritual circles and has kind of just not really vibed with that kind of stuff or felt like it hasn't really worked for them? Super curious, because this was me. And I just want to also share something else about myself. So in addition to helping women release their subconscious blocks and helping them find real love, I also offer spiritual guidance. So I'm an expert in spirituality, the real deal spirituality, not the new age, not the kind of like dip your toe into spirituality, like the real deal spiritual journey. That is my expertise. And I can assure you that you are not attracting bad partners. And I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain what that's all about, where these ideas come from, and kind of like bust through that myth. Because it was something that really did affect me back when I was diving into these teachings. So before I start, I do want to say that the new age has a lot of really good stuff out there. There's a lot of really helpful teachings. And, you know, a lot of this stuff really was helpful to me in the past on my own journey, my own healing journey. But there's also a lot of stuff that's actually harmful. And sometimes law of attraction teachings can be just that, okay? There's a lot of blaming going on, right? Like, there's a feeling, when you really dive into these teachings, there can be a feeling like everything is your fault. And they don't say fault, they say it's creation. But it's like, if you're sick, you attracted it, right? If you experienced a bad relationship, well, you created it. And this is actually not true. This is nonsense. But for a time, I actually did buy into it, and I drove myself crazy trying to make this stuff work, okay? So my story here, what happened is like way back in, 2013 was when I really dove into spirituality because I was trying to heal myself, right? So I had this physical symptom that was just stubborn. It was not going away. It was some dizziness that I was experiencing. And like, when I say I dove into spirituality, like I dove headfirst into spirituality. I was ready for a massive transformation. I quit my job that I hated, sold my house, moved across the country, took some time off. So I was really, really dedicated to this spiritual journey thing. I was going to do it. I was going to heal. And so one of the first things that happens when you dive into spirituality is you come across the new age stuff. Law of attraction. I was like, great, okay, I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to figure out why I'm creating this, why I'm attracting this symptom into my life, right? So I'm reading The Secret, I'm reading about law of attraction, and I'm fascinated at the time with these ideas because it seemed to have a solution to my problem. So here I am sitting at home, meditating, trying to raise my vibration, trying to heal myself, trying to fix myself, and it was not working at all. It was not working at all. It was actually making me worse at the time, because not only did I have this physical symptom that I was experiencing, but on top of it, I was blaming myself for it. I was causing myself even more suffering than I was already experiencing with this symptom, because at that point I had been reading so much information. I genuinely believed that I had created this symptom, I had manifested it, and I was doing it all wrong. So ladies, I'm super curious if you are experiencing some of this yourself. Like if you've tried to dive into these teachings and they have just honestly made it worse for you. Like I can't even tell you how much suffering I caused myself trying to heal myself based on these law of attraction teachings. So long story short, I drove myself crazy. I tried for so long. I tried so hard. Finally, I was like, I just give up. I give up. This is not working for me. This is making me worse. I'm driving myself crazy. So I stopped. And that's when I actually got better. That's when I actually had an awakening, is when I stopped trying to figure out why I was creating this symptom. Okay. So I was blaming myself, and this is what happens if we start to follow these law of attraction teachings a little bit too intensely. And if you have been in a bad relationship, an abusive relationship, or a toxic relationship, there's usually a lot of blaming going on in that relationship, meaning your partner is blaming you for a lot of stuff. So the last thing that you need coming out of one of these relationships is to also blame yourself for the abuse that happened in the relationship, to blame yourself for attracting this type of person into your life. Again, it is the last thing that you need. And when I was in a difficult abusive relationship and I was coming out of it, I was still kind of in this spiritual stuff with law of attraction, and I had gone far enough in my spiritual journey where I had gotten to the point where it was like I was starting to see through some of it, and I was like, this is really bullshit. Like, this is not what's happening. I didn't attract this person into my life. I just met him and a relationship ensued, but it wasn't me that was doing it. I was attracted to this person. So again, this is not what we need if we really want to break the cycle of bad relationships. It's not helpful to continue to blame ourselves for the random stuff that happens, like meeting a difficult partner or an abusive partner. And so law of attraction, that whole attraction thing, it can be an attractive idea at first because it feels really empowering, right? It can feel really empowering to believe that you have all this control over everything in your life. That's why it was attractive to me at first. I was like, great, I can control everything. But that's not the reality, right? Sometimes bad stuff happens and it's completely out of our control. That's life. Okay? You meet a bad partner. You get sick. An accident happens. Stuff happens. It's not fair. It's not right, but it happens. Okay? And it's not your fault. So let's just get rid of that idea that we are attracting bad partners. It's not true. So here's what happened in my situation. When I met my current partner, who is amazing, it's the best relationship I've ever had, I was actually in a really bad place. So if law of attraction was actually true, if, I had to be in the right feeling state, if I had to be in the right vibration, if that were true, I would not have met this person that I'm currently with. He would not even be in my reality. He would essentially have been repelled from me. But that's not what actually happened. So is this making sense so far? I'm very curious if you guys are resonating with this, if this is making sense in the way that that I'm laying it out here. So these law of attraction teachings, I understand where they come from, because when you go on the spiritual journey, you do hit a certain point where you have the experience that you are the creator of your reality, and you feel like you can literally attract things to you. But if you take the journey far enough, that stuff actually goes away, and you can see through the illusion of it. It's not actually real. It's just a perceptual experience, and it's temporary. It's not the actual reality of life, okay? So what is actually going on here is we're not attracting bad partners. It's that when we have so many subconscious blocks, when we've got a lot of emotional baggage, it's like we have this filter on over our eyes, and we actually can't see the good partners that are out there. And by see, I mean this, not literally, we can physically see them, but we're not attracted to them. We just dismiss them. We're not into them that way. We can like friend zone them. So that's what's actually happening. So if this has been your experience, I bet if you go back and think about all the people that you've ever met, okay, that were ever interested in you, that ever liked you, there's probably at least one person out there who would have been a good partner, but you were like, nah, I'm just not that into them. They're not my type. I'm not attracted to them, okay? So it's not that you're attracting bad partners, it's that you haven't chosen them. And what happens is when you're carrying around all this subconscious stuff, people who are not right for you actually become attractive, okay? So it's not that you're attracting bad partners, it's that the bad partners become attractive to you, okay? So I want to share an example, again, from my life. If I had met my current partner before I had done all of my healing work, before I had released all my subconscious stuff, before I had let go of all the blocks, I would have not seen him. My partner is actually like one of the nicest, sweetest people out there, and if I would have met him before all this, I would have said, oh, he's too nice for me. I wouldn't have felt attracted to him. I would have just dismissed him as not my type, or just not being that into him. He's a really cute guy. Like, I think he's objectively very cute. But because of all the stuff I was carrying around, I wouldn't have been into him. I literally would not have seen him. So again, it's not that we're attracting the bad partners, it's that with all this stuff we have, we don't see the good people who are like right in front of our faces. So I hope this is making sense to you guys. We can also sometimes be drawn to people who are not right for us because those people feel familiar to us on a subconscious level. They feel right. And you've probably experienced this if you've ever had a really bad relationship with someone who you had like super intense chemistry with, okay? You can have that like soulmate feeling, that feeling of like, oh man, like I'm super attracted to this person, we're drawn together, it feels right. But meanwhile, this person treats you like crap. That's that experience. That's all from the subconscious baggage, the subconscious blocks, to actual real love. Because a lot of times when I work with the women who come to me and we dig a little bit, and I know this from my own experience, what's actually going on is we're really, really scared of love. We may have never even experienced genuine love or care before, so it freaks us out and we run from it and keep getting into these cycles of bad relationship after bad relationship. So I am very curious, has anyone here experienced this? I mean, this is my story to a T here. I literally could not see and appreciate the good people in front of me until I went through this process of releasing my baggage and clearing the blocks that I had to real love. So once we release the baggage, we then can see the good partners and they become attracted to us and we can let love in. So does anyone have any questions here? I am more than happy, I think I have a few more minutes on this live here. I am more than happy to answer any questions about, for real, spirituality, or your questions about law of attraction, or creating an amazing, healthy relationship. And even when this live is over, if you want to drop the questions in the replay, I'd be more than happy to answer them. So if you guys are interested in releasing your own baggage and releasing the blocks so that you can find real love, come on over to my Facebook group. The link is in the description above. And if you know someone who is struggling with law of attraction or trying to manifest a partner and it's not working, tag them in this video or invite them into my group. Because really, I kind of have a mission here to bust a lot of this law of attraction stuff because it was so harmful to me. It really, really messed me up for a while and made things a lot worse. So I don't want you guys to be going through that as well. All right. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.